Happy Monday. Thanks for coming to another craft night with friends. My name is Alyssa Thomas from Penguin and Fish, where we make cute embroidery kits for beginners. And I'm here every weeknight, Monday through Friday at 8:30 p.m. Central Time, and it's a time that we can relax and craft together. Tonight we're continuing on the Splendid Sampler 2 quilt. There are 100 different blocks in here, and we are going through each one. Where we left off was on the Gran's Legacy block. So I was working on this when I was on location at my parents' house. I think basically the easiest block to do there was embroidery because I didn't need to set up anything. So we got pretty far on this, and I think we'll finish tonight. I think it'll still take the whole night to finish the embroidery. It's a lot of text, so it's a lot of surface area basically that we're covering. So we'll finish this, the embroidery part, and then there's actually still some piecing in it as well that we'll get going for the rest of the week. And we'll probably start another one as well. All right, so thanks again for joining me. Let's get going here. Okay, hello everyone. So here is where we left off. We got the cup of mothers. We still got love is always full and a little bit of this smoky bit up there, steam coming off of it, but we got pretty far. We decided to stitch it all in one color. Here's the pattern here. It's awfully pretty with several colors as well, but we went for that kind of, what is that Dutch blue, there's a term for that, I'm sure. Someone here knows the term for that blue pretty work. So we just went with that, just with one color. That's kind of fun. So there is a border on this, so you can see just like that skinny little border. So that's the part that we still have to do as far as piecing goes. But anyway, we're gonna just finish embroidering this tonight. Again, this is our quilt as you go project. So we actually have Delft work. Yeah, okay, Delft pottery, right? Like that. I think that's how you say it, right? All right. Ooh, look we got another cup right here. That'd be funny to put two cups together or like next to each other. That'd be kind of funny. So these are here's another one. So we got a few blocks. Oh, we got several blocks ready. Just taking a peek at all this again. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 actually finished blocks. So this would be a 6th. So theoretically, we could start another one of our 4-up quilt as you go pieces. So we've been sewing. As I get them done, I'll build up some finished ones, and then we'll sew them into a group of 4 with a little bit of a teeny white fabric piece in the middle of them with a little square in the middle. And then we're actually quilting it. So I'm getting the back fabric on it already, the batting, and then we're quilting it. And then we've been combining those pieces of 4. We've been attaching them with like basically a little binding strip almost to other blocks of 4. So we actually have some rows done here. So what we could do later this week, if we really wanted to, we could, once we finish this one, we could assemble another 4, get another 4 done, or we could go back to the book. I think we got, let's see, I think we did a count last time, but I forgot, but anything that is not highlighted, so all these big open white spaces are unfinished blocks. Maybe we had like 36 or something? I don't know, that's popping out in my head. So, I've just been, at some point, I was just like, I'm just going down the list. So I've just been going down here. This one was off the list a little bit just because I was using what I could at my parents' house to make it. So that's somewhere else on here. That's in the G's, Gran's Legacy right here. So I've just been kind of going down the line. So we could still, maybe we should just keep making blocks, just keep trying to crank them out. I'm at the point where I'm like, man, I want to get these all these blocks made so we can get this quilt kind of finished, but I'm loving quilting it. That has been so fun. It's my first quilt as you go project, so it's been just like a really good practice quilt for me, or quilt for me to practice the free motion quilting on the machine. I think this might be my favorite one. I did like a whole scene here. I think we used rulers for this too, so this is where I played with the ruler work. It'd be fun to try something like this again. Anyway, so what's nice about the quilt as you go is that I'm only dealing with a piece this big, so that's so easy to quilt on a small, in a small area like this. I don't have to deal with a whole giant quilt. Oh, Gretchen, I think I have over 30 yet. My mom was done with this quilt like years ago. Like we've been working on this for years at this point. So anyway, I just wanted to share the project. Again, here's the book. It's the Splendid Sampler 2. I was one of the designers for the first Splendid Sampler, and then they came out with a second book, a sequel, the Splendid Sampler 2, and we're working our way through that one as well. It's been kind of fun. I've definitely learned so much working through each one of these 100 blocks in each of these books. Because each block uses different techniques. So you got embroidery, you got piecing, you got foundation paper piecing, English paper piecing. You got all sorts of different styles and techniques. So it's been really kind of nice, a nice learning tool, especially with you guys here, because you help me figure things out too when I get stuck. All right, I'm plopping this back in the hoop. Looks like we just have this spot left here, so I'm gonna get you guys a little closer here too. All right, tighten it up, and I've just been using floss from my scrap floss container. This is just where I toss all my floss when we finish our project. So let's just pull out some blue that I find here. That's probably plenty. That's actually perfect. I'm gonna do that where I double it up. So the loop method, I'm gonna use 2 strands of thread. It'll actually be 1 strand doubled up to make 2, and we'll be using that for the rest of this. That's like my new go-to way of doing it. So all we need is, this is probably plenty for that, and I got a little needle minder here with my needle and scissors. That's all we need, and we're good to go. So all right, hold on tight, let's get down here. Okay, so here is where we are. We have like this little bloop up here, so I think I'm going to start here, and then maybe I'll jump down to here and stitch the love, and maybe we'll be out of our first thing of floss at that point. I don't know. And then we'll start down here. So all right, let's just let's get going. All right, thanks everyone for joining me again tonight. I hope you all had a nice weekend. It was very beautiful here. A nice, lovely weekend. I picked some lettuce from the garden, so I've filled up our little tubs again. Our garden is basically all lettuce, but that's what we eat a lot of, so it works. Okay, so I'm going to use the loop method. I folded it in half, and so we got the fold on this side. I'm going to just kind of grab, well, we'll do the loop method the normal way. So I'm going to just start my back stitch right here, and I'm not going to pull through all the way. I'm going to flip, or I'm going to go to the back again. I'm going to finish that stitch, but then I'm going to go to the back and pull, and as this loop gets close to the end, I'm going to stick my needle through there, and that's going to capture my thread, and we're basically solid there. Like, we don't need a knot or anything. We're good to go. So we can keep going there. Yeah, so I'm going to just hang out and stitch this. And if I remember right, I think I was practicing the sewing method, where you go in and out in the same motion on this, but we're to the point that we're like at all this text, so I think I'd just be more comfortable doing the stabbing method, which is kind of my go-to, where you go straight up, stab straight down, and pull all the way through. It takes a little bit longer, but I feel like for me it's a little bit more accurate, and I'm just used to doing it, so it's a little more comfortable. Nice to see everyone popping in. All right, I'm gonna jump to this L. So all of this is backstitch at this point. We finished the French knots, and we had some single chain stitches in there, and then like this little running stitch around the edge, which is pretty cute. Now the rest is just all backstitch. Ooh, I did do some embroidery this weekend, and I actually was testing out TikTok a little bit, so I actually did a live stream on TikTok of one of our new embroideries, so I'll do a post about that soon, but that was kind of fun. So I may be doing more TikTok lives just to stitch some of the new designs as I stitch the sample. So it won't be the embroidery month of the month or anything. I did draw on the embroidery of the month today, so that's going to be coming soon. And next week we'll be stitching this month's embroidery of the month. So that's always fun. Always nice. We get bonus embroidery this week because we're working on this. That makes me happy. And then the last week of the month, we are going to be stitching the raccoon sampler, the Stitching Raccoon sampler. So thanks everyone for downloading that. So that's a free pattern. We also have a kit available. We'll be stitching that the last week of the month. I think that's going to be fun though. So that has 14 different stitches in, so we'll be going through every single one of those stitches. And the nice thing is that it's not just a sampler where you learn the stitches, you actually get to stitch something with those stitches too. So it's the cute little raccoon scene up on the top, and then the stitches at the bottom. So we'll try a couple stitches out at the bottom, and then we'll go actually use them. Ugh, Jennifer, that's what I've been hearing too. It's just crazy town. So I hope, I hope everyone's doing okay as far as that goes. I think this blue is so pretty. This is I like these like one color embroideries. It's not my go-to thing, so it's always kind of like a little treat to do it. I always feel like, oh, I gotta do all like color and pick all those things. But what's so nice about just doing one color is you only have to decide on that one color, and then you don't have to like do anything else. You can just stitch and not worry about color. So the new pattern that I stitched on TikTok is of some cute little roller skates, and it's actually on the website right now. So I don't know if anyone spotted it. I secretly put it up there, the kit for it, and we're actually going to be like announcing it a little bit later. So you guys, I'm kind of announcing it here a little bit. But we'll be talking about it soon enough again. So basically my weekend was doing some embroidery cleaning. I cleaned basically all the little nooks that haven't been cleaned in a long time. I cleaned up this area. That's been a while. I've had so much craft stuff and fabric stacked up behind me that I could hardly move my chair and sew here with you guys, and I've taken care of all that. It just feels fresh and happy and figured out again, so that's nice. I'm liking that. Alright, and this little, I guess we'll do a forward stitch here. I got this little funny E yet. I think I'll get a new piece of thread when I'm done here. I think we'll definitely have enough for this E, but not much left to do other things. So I've cut this fabric much larger than I need it for the block, but it's just sometimes nice to stitch with a hoop. If I cut it smaller, it wouldn't have fit in the hoop very well, or I'd have to use a smaller hoop and move around a little bit more, or just not use a hoop, which is a valid option as well. I know a lot of people just don't use a hoop at all, but I'm just used to a hoop and used to doing it this way. We've done a few blocks, though, for the Splendid Sampler where we haven't used the hoop. I feel like you gotta kind of turn your non-stitching hand into its own hoop and kind of like hold the fabric as if you're stretching it in a hoop, and I guess maybe you don't have to do that. Maybe I just don't have a good technique yet for stitching without a hoop. Alright, a few more stitches here. One more, and then yeah, I think I'll just start a new piece of floss. I got enough for more stitches, but I'm gonna have to travel to get down here, and I don't have that much, so we're gonna scrap this. But we got this top row done here, so that's looking cute. Text always takes a bit of time because you're covering kind of like a lot of surface area with it. It's not just like a big outlining of a shape. There's all sorts of shapes in it. All right. So there we go. Let's pull another piece of thread. I'm going to take my watch off though here. Okay. Oh, Gretchen, did you saw the TikTok? So, I'm hoping to do more of those, just like live. So I don't think the live is up anymore. Like I think it goes away when it's done. But I am able to save the live, so I might edit it down a little bit and make another TikTok. But I have a couple other patterns ready to stitch. So I'll be at the office Tuesday and Wednesday, but maybe Thursday during the day. Thursday or Friday during the day, maybe I'll stitch some of these other ones. We'll see. I gotta prep some stuff for that if I'm gonna do that. But so this time I'll announce it maybe if I'm gonna do a TikTok live. But it was just sort of a test on just doing a test on it. Please let's not do a crafting dollar tally. What is that? Is that a TikTok thing? Anyway, so that was fun to do. So it took about this new pattern, these roller skates. It took about, I think I was on there for like 4 hours and 40 minutes from beginning to end, working on the embroidery. So uh, it's about the size of one of our normal embroidery of the months. But it's not an embroidery month. It is just gonna be in the shop. The TikTok you posted with the girls saying how much it cost to be them. Oh, I see what you're saying. The TikTok where, okay, so I did a TikTok where you can, there's on TikTok there's this thing called a duet, which is basically you can show yourself next to someone else's video. So someone else had done this video on, it was funny, so they had done basically a duet with another person. So this first person was like, man, how much, like, no one thinks about how much money it takes to, like, be a woman or whatever, basically. So she added up like, a year or whatever, how much it was, and and it was for like haircuts and like getting eyebrows done and that sort of stuff, and it was like $10,000. And then this other woman went on, and she was just so funny, and she's a crafter. She's like a knitter, I think, or crochet artist. And she is like, no, there's no way, it can't be like $10,000. And then it showed like her little list of adding it up. And she's like, oh man, I guess, guess it did add up to $10,000. But like one of hers was like $8,000 for yarn. And so I basically reposted that. And I'm like, yep. Change that to embroidery stuff. It was just so cute though. But so yeah, that was a recent TikTok. It made me laugh. I laughed out loud when I saw it the first time. That's kind of what's fun about TikTok. I mean, if you haven't been on TikTok yet, it's like when you first go on, it's just like horrible, right? It's just like, what am I even watching? I have no interest in any of these things. Like, it's just like these kids doing stupid stuff or like these pranks on people or whatever. So when you first go on, it's like, I don't get it. However, if you stay on just for a little while and like the things that go by that are funny or that pertain to you, like, and so just like by double clicking you can like heart it, then it curates it to like your likes real quick. Or you could do a search, like go to the search, the hourglass, or not the hourglass, the like magnifying glass icon, and literally just type in a topic you're interested in and watch a couple of those, and then go back to the main page, and it will start sending you more stuff like that. And soon, every single one will be like totally for you, and things that are funny and just pertain to you. And how the algorithm works, they like every once in a while they'll throw something else in there just to so it doesn't just keep, so it doesn't want to like bore you with the same stuff either, so it'll throw in a couple other things to be like, yeah, maybe their taste has changed a little, let's just see. Nolene says, I would never never add up my online spending. Oh my god, no, I know, right? It was just so cute though, like the premise, because it's the first woman is like all this, beauty type stuff, like this beauty maintenance type stuff, like waxing and all this, like, girls gotta do all this stuff. And then, then this other woman came on and she's like, whatever. But then it shows yarn on hers as like $8,000. And so it was pretty funny. I mean, it was a joke. She was totally being sarcastic and funny, but it was funny. But yeah, see, you got like crochet and yarn humor on TikTok. Like, where else are you gonna get that consistently. So it's good. It curates to you, but yeah, you need to work at it for like a little bit, but then you get sucked in pretty quick. Mine is now mine's like a lot of crafting stuff. Um, I got a lot of businessy type stuff on mine too. But it's like gardening stuff now, and propagating flowers and all that sort of stuff, and DIY projects around the house that you wouldn't like. I just feel like you can learn so much. Like there's more, like more and more every day. John and I are like, oh, I learned this on TikTok, or to my parents, like, oh, we learned this on TikTok the other day, and it's some like mind blowing like thing in some weird minutia niche thing of your life that it's like, oh, that made that one thing so much better. Knowing how to do it in that one other way, it's just fun. I'm digging it. But yeah, so hopefully I'll start doing a few more of those, and more lives too as I do it. We'll see. And I'll be getting them up as reels and that sort of thing too. That's the beauty though, Noeline. Noeline says I have too many interests. That's the beauty of it, because they're all so fast. They're like, 15 seconds to like, I think now it goes up to 3 minutes, but most of them are way, way, way shorter than that. And it's just these little trinkets of information and just comedy, and it'll suck you in, suck you right in, and then you've lost 4 hours of your day. So, buyer beware, I suppose, on that. I've had to, on my old phone, it's on my first page of my phone again, but like I had to put it like way on like the last icon page so I wouldn't just like click on it all the time. But I'm a little bit better now. Now I'm better at actively not going on it, because I know I'll be on it for a while if I go on. Oh, it'll get used, Gretchen. You'll use that back of the quilt thing. Never can. Uh, it's always, you can always use another uh, fabric for a back of the quilt. That's a big chunk. That's always a thing to deal with. Ooh, I think we might get done real quick on this tonight. Well, like there is a lot of surface area though. I gotta keep reminding myself of that. But if we get this done and we have time yet tonight, I will press it. Oh, I suppose we have like all the water soluble ink is on here. But you know what? I don't think I've taken out any of the water soluble marker from any of this project yet, so I'll probably just not bother. When I'm done, I'll wash it all out. So we can press it and cut it to size. That'd be something we could do yet tonight, and maybe pick our colors for the border, because there is that thin little, like, I don't know, 1/2-inch border or something on it. Oh, and cats. Lots of cats. I have oodles of cats on my on my uh, TikTok. Those are all perfect. And lately I have a lot of talking birds too. People who have pet birds that talk. That's fun. But just like music and stuff too. So I mentioned that idea of that you can duet something. So there's this, just, it's not even really a trend. It's just one of the like beauties of the platform is that some people will just start a song and they'll just say like duet this or whatever, they'll sing like one one part of the song, and then other people will duet it, like hundreds of people, different people will duet it, and they'll sing their version like on top. So like, you know, the alto and the soprano together now, and then yes, like a split screen, and then someone could duet that. So now you got the alto, soprano, and then like the tenor singing, and you know it can go on and on and on. So you could almost have like a whole chorus that just started it with one person doing it, and it's just the creativity on that platform is so beautiful to watch, and that's my favorite thing. It's just like, here is humanity's like creativity, and you don't get that right away when you're on it. Like I said, when you first get on it, you're gonna be like, the heck is this is just like the worst thing ever. This is for like teenagers and it's the worst. But as you curate it, it's um, I just totally think it is a representation of human creativity, the whole thing. So I just really like it. And it's funny, John's is completely different than mine too, because it's just, you know, how the algorithm goes. Yeah, we're almost ready for a new thing of floss. Oh yeah, the sea shanty, the Wellerman. Yeah, yep, they did that exactly. So, and you know, a lot of these things you'll see on Facebook and Instagram the next day, but it's all originating on TikTok. So a lot of the reels you see and stories you see on Instagram now are all starting out as TikToks. That's actually, I kind of like that about, I mean, this is silly, but I like it about Instagram because you get like the people that I follow, I just watch their stories and stuff, and a lot of times it's just their curated TikToks. Like they've just saved all the TikToks that they like and want to share them with other people, so they're just like sharing 8 TikToks from the day before that they really loved. I like it. Okay. Oops, tossed that at the needle minder and missed. Right. I think we'll need at least 2 more of these threads. I don't think I'm gonna get this whole way with just the one. Oh, Noeline, that's so cool. Noeline says we have a pub choir here in OZ, but since COVID, they do it online. Oh, where each person send. Oh, they send in their part, so it's not even live. So they send in their part, and then sing on top of it. That's totally exactly how this is. That's awesome. That's cool. I've heard that's how a lot of bands and stuff have worked during COVID stuff too. Is they'll like, I got this idea, and they'll record it, and then they'll send it to bandmates, and they'll add stuff on the top. It's just really fascinating. Just amazing that can happen. Another fun thing is trends are a big thing, but not like fashion trends. Trends in the sense of that, like a song or someone doing something funny, like some gag or whatever, or some joke will catch on, and then people start doing lip sync that joke or lip sync do that trend, and then eventually it evolves, and the extra like topping of comedy or creativity gets put on top of the trend. It's just neat to see how like one trend develops from beginning to like when it's, you know, past. It's just a kind of a fascinating thing to watch. I feel like there's a lot of master theses in there somewhere. I need like human psychology and stuff. It's just interesting. Oh Oh my God, Gretchen, I have not seen that. That's the other thing, like something that you can on your own TikTok, like that you might see a trend all the time or whatever, and or like a song, and it's like God, everyone must know this song, and then someone else's TikTok, they might not know anything that you're talking about. Um, like John and I were talking about that the other day. We were like trying to think of okay, what are the funny songs on yours or whatever right now, and I started singing one, and like the one that I've been seeing for like weeks, and I thought it was just like everyone's got to know this one, and he didn't know it at all. So his TikTok is completely curated differently. It's funny. I think I've talked about this before. I think we did an email about this actually. Some of my favorites, favorite people on there. Talking about it again. But yeah, so anyway, I tried a live on there on had to be Saturday, and that worked kind of well. So we'll probably do more just pop in here and there. Lives over there. Always. All right, that was just like, what's this? I drew this S kind of funny, the next one, so I was like, I had to read the word again to remember what letter I was looking at. It seemed a little funny, but I got it. Jeez, Gretchen, that's funny. So there is another this guy on there along the same vein that he um, buys like he well now he's so popular that he gets sent stuff, but like he like looks at like different female products, let's say it like that, different like feminine products, and it tries to figure out like, well, how the heck does this thing work and stuff, and it's just so telling for one, and funny, but and then you gotta read people's comments, so people can comment on it, and some on different videos, and sometimes the comments are like where the gold is at, because sometimes like it's super short little comments, like you can't have long comments, it's like limited to like 100 characters or something like that, so it's kind of like how Twitter is, like you gotta be clever and quick and whatever with your comments, and the cream rises to the top basically, so like the best comments will be at the top, that sort of thing, and sometimes those are just as funny as the video. So it sucks you in, that's for sure. I'm sure they're also stealing all our information and whatever too, but like at this point I think that's the world we live in. Alright, I think I'll have enough to pop over here, but definitely not enough to finish that whole word. So many squiggles in this text. It's cute though. Yeah, that kid too, Gretchen, that tests, or not tests this product, but like tries to figure them out. When he finds out how they're actually used or whatever, he like freaks out and is like, I don't know how you women can do this, why isn't it like this? And it's like, yeah, exactly, guy. You get it now. But it's fascinating. I haven't seen those in a while, but he's pretty popular. So many good gardening things, so many good things. There's this guy that does duets with other people's videos, but he plays piano, um, so or the keyboard. So he has like this keyboard. So it'll be like some husky dog howling or some cat like moaning, like meowing, and so he'll like compose to it. So it'll be like it'll turn into like an actual song, and it's just hilarious. Oh yeah, and Korean and Asian cooking. Yeah, I have a bunch of those too. There's the salad one too that we follow, and so many good tips. But I mean, they literally like they go viral. These things like for a while, a few months ago, and I'm sure a lot of you might have heard this that they call it TikTok pasta or something, right? So just people were like to the point where grocery stores couldn't carry feta cheese anymore. It would sell out of all their feta cheese. So because people were making this TikTok pasta, which is basically like just putting cheese and tomatoes in a pan and cooking it in the oven and then mixing noodles with it. But anyway, it's just people were going nutso for TikTok pasta, so stores couldn't carry enough feta cheese, like to the point where like it's affecting businesses, right? It's just fascinating. Fascinating. Yeah, and tons of cleaning hacks for sure. And then there'll be people testing the cleaning hacks to be like, was that real or not real? And it's just interesting. So, something for everyone there too, for sure. So, like I said, if you haven't been on there yet, the first thing I would do is go to the little start flipping through just to get a feel of it. But I'd go to the magnifying glass and look up a topic you're interested in, and then heart some of those. Funny, Jennifer. Ugh, yep, I'm gonna just not have enough for these two L's, I don't think. I can start one of these L's, but I'm not gonna have enough to finish it. So, another piece of floss it is, I suppose, to finish it up. We are getting there, though. I think we have enough time to maybe press this and give it a little trim it out, like do the get my square ruler out. Oh, that was what I was gonna do. I was gonna go on Amazon and look for those creative grid rulers and try and check those out. Maybe I still will tonight. I don't know. We'll see. That was gonna be a birthday treat to myself. A ruler that I actually like using. I just don't like these pink rulers that I have. I gotta replace those, I think. Alright, that's it. Well, actually, maybe I have enough to finish this L. Let's do a forward stitch and a back stitch. Yeah. So I gotta start a whole new piece of floss for that last little L. That's fine. We might have made it if I squeezed it in, but it's just gonna be more enjoyable to stitch with a new piece, so we'll do that. Alright, this will be our last piece for sure. Okie doke, finish this L. Just gonna loop behind a stitch that's already there. It's so fast and easy, I love it. Let's do 3 more stitches. That's probably a pretty big stitch, this one. We'll split it up to 3 instead of 2. Okay. There we are. It's so cute. Oh, it looks nice with the type all done. That really finished it up. But all that text is pretty. So let's weave in the end here. And that'll be that for the stitching. Ooh, let me turn on the iron. That's going to heat up while we're doing this. And we'll press the edges and trim it up yet tonight. I think we have time for all that. Then tomorrow we will pick the rest of the fabric for the edges and cut and sew those on, and we'll probably start another block. I'm kind of in the mode right now of like, let's finish these blocks, so I'm leaning towards more blocks over more of the quilted pieces. At least we could get, when we get like 2 more, then we'd have 8, and then we could do 2 right after each other. That'd be good. So I'm gonna shoot for that. All right, I'm gonna raise you up here, so hold your breath. Okay, so let's, I'm gonna just throw the rest of my floss in the little bin here. We can use it another time. At worst, we can use it for pom-poms. It's actually getting kind of full. It's probably time to make some more pom-poms. We'll have to do that soon. Okay, oh, don't need the hoop anymore. All right, let's give this a press. Get my mat out here. Oh, I usually like putting like a towel down, but I'll just kind of press around the outside here. And then we'll cut it. Oh, that's pressing really well. Oh, pom-poms for the roller skate embroidery. That's a good idea. Yeah, so the roller skate is actually up. What I was stitching on the TikTok live was the sample piece. So that was the first time I was stitching it. That's what I'm going to use for the photo. So what's up on the website right now is a digital version of it, but it'll be printed with the real photo. All right, let's grab that. So that was kind of fun. Ooh, you know what? Let's try doing this with this ruler. I borrow this from Mom. Let's give it a go. So 6 inches. Ooh, I don't know how I would do this. Oh, 6.5 inches. That's what we need. So we're paying attention to the white line here. Oh wait, and I don't even need to make it 6.5 inches. Let's read the instructions at this point. We have a border to put on here, so we need this to be a specific thing. Okay, it looks like six inches. Let's just keep reading. Oh, press the block on the wrong side and trim it to a 5.5 inch square. Okay, so it's a 5.5 inch square, and then we're adding these inch wide pieces around. So that would be. So it'll end up being like 5, 6, 7. That ends up like too big yet, though, doesn't it? Press the embroider, the design, use back stitches, etc. Press the block on the wrong side and trim to a 5.5 inch square. Okay, 5.5 inch square. That's the plan. Okay, so 5.5 is up here. Ooh, I don't know. I have no idea how to use these things. Oh, right here. Okay, so it's this white one here, and this black one. Yeah. Yep. Okay. So we kind of have a white square going to this black edge. Oh, this is kind of tough. Okay, we're a 1/2 inch there, 1/2 inch there. We're about a 1/2 inch there. Scooch over, and I'm going to have to lay this on here just to make sure that I'm doing this right. Okay, 5.5 would be to there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5. Okay, I think we're good. Oh, this is so exciting! I haven't used this for this purpose before. This little the stripology deal. I borrowed this from my mom and have not returned it yet. All right, let's line it up again. So here's the 5.5 white line, and then this black line is the other 5.5. Yeah, that feels centered. I think we're good. Are we straight, though? Let's make sure our text is all kind of straight. Okay, I think that feels kind of good. All right, I'm going for it. So we'll do the 5.5 on this side. Oh, it's kind of scary. Okay, and then the 5.5. That's not the 5.5 right here. Okay, then we have to rotate it. I suppose we put the lines on the lines we just cut to make sure it's square. That makes sense. Then we got the 5.5 line here, the 5.5 line here. This would be annoying to cut wrong. I think that's good. Ugh, well, this was pretty painless. Awesome! Okay, so, zoop, we should have our little bitty 5.5 inch square here. It looks so small! Let's just double check. Too late to double check, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5. Awesome! So there we are. That was so fast with that little stripology ruler. This is that, it's the stripology, ooh, there, squared mini. Yeah, fun. I dig it. I know people just love these strip rulers. I just have not used them very often. Or, I mean, this is like my second time using it, so that was kind of nice. So there's the black ones are like on the inch line, and then we got these white ones on the half-inch lines is what it looks like. So good. That worked super duper well. And I think we will stop there for the night, and tomorrow we will pick from our fabric bin here. We will pick our next little bits of colors. And you know what? That'd be the it's perfect time to use this ruler again. So I'm going to leave that out. It's time for some ruler upgrades, I'm thinking. Maybe I'll have to get one of these for myself since this is Mom's. And then some of those Stripology, or the Creative Grids rulers. I'll have to look at that. All right, you guys. So here we are, all finished. It looks so cute. It feels so small. Small and cute and delicate here. It'll be fun to add just that little extra border on. I'm kind of excited about that. We'll have to pick some fun colors. Some fun colors in the cream and light yellow range, since that's what all these are. But yeah, we're going to have a finished block by tomorrow, and that always feels amazing. Slowly walking our way through this book, but again, learning a ton and trying new tools and all of that. So I'm really having a great time. It's a long road for it, for sure, but it is a huge learning experience, for me at least, practicing experience. So Splendid Sampler 2. We'll be working on this for the rest of the week, hopefully cranking out a couple more blogs. That'd be cool. Probably not, but it'd be fun to get a good start on another one for sure. So, all right. So thanks again, everyone, and we'll be shipping everything at the office tomorrow. So if you wanted to get that roller skating, new roller skating one, we'll still announce that one in a little bit, but we'll have that and the embroidery of the month. There's probably, you'll probably still get it as we start stitching it, probably next week. And then the raccoon, we get that free pattern or upgrade to the kit, and we'll be starting that raccoon, the stitching raccoon, the week after next. So it's a whole pile of embroidery month. So I love it. All right, have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you tomorrow. Good night.